Okay, honey. Tell me what you think about when you think about Job and what you like about him.
I like it. I like Job because even though all these bad things happen, um, even though all these bad things happen to him, he stuck with God. God said, "Satan, you can take over this man's life, but do not lay a hand on this man." So Satan did these many bad things, and he stuck with God no matter what.
Does Job remind you of anybody? Like you said?
He reminds me of Joseph. Everything was not going good for him, but he stuck with God. He knew God had a plan.
So even when bad things happen, we could still trust God?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, definitely will.
Well, no matter what, you can always trust in God.
So even when bad things happen, God is still good? Can you tell me that?
Well, when bad things happen, then it's just not your day, but God has a plan, and whatever happens is a part of it. I learned that from Job's friends that they're just not being nice, but I always know when something bad is happening, I know it's a part of God's plan.
Remember when Job's friends first came? Remember before they started to say the bad things? The Bible said that they just sat with him for a week, right? Can you talk about sometimes how good friends will just come and be with you and they don't have to say things?
Yeah, what I learned about that is how even though even though bad even um, even though bad things were happening, they didn't come and give him a hard time. They came and just gave him their support.
So they were doing good when they were being loving and helpful, but they ended up doing bad later on when they thought that they were so smart. Could you talk about that?
Well, it makes me mad how you can be nice once at first, but then once you give really nice advice, you think like, "Oh, I'm so smart now, so now I'm going to so now I'm going to act like I'm better than everyone."
Okay. And if you wanted to help somebody that never knew about Job, and maybe they were going through hard times, how would you help somebody that didn't know about Jesus or never learned about Job?
I would go over and um just I would just sit with him and I would and I would then I would probably give him a Bible.
Why? What is it that you think that would help them about giving them a Bible?
I think if they're having a hard time and then they read it, I think they're going to realize how some people in the Bible they were going through the same things, but when the person reads it, I think they're going to think, "Hey, well, if they did the same thing, maybe and they prayed to God, maybe I should pray too."
Oh, and you think that they need to just say a prayer, or do they need to trust and love God?
They need to trust and love.
Well, you want to tell the people that may watch this, tell them how you hope that this will help them and that you pray for them, and then we'll pray when we're done. Can you say that?
I hope you have a very nice life, but the true happiness is only with God.
With God.
I'm gonna be praying that you find your happiness with God.